I got a question about living in the moment.
Yep.
Because obviously you have everything in the world. And I saw a clip where you were talking to another podcaster. He was asking about how much money you have, like on Google.
Yeah, yeah.
And you were talking about how, like, you know, you could have everything, you could buy anything. And once you can have it all, you kind of go like, damn, I realize what really matters is whatever's in here. And whatever's here is going to actually make me happy.
Yeah.
How do you live in the moment, like having everything you have? And how do you actually find happiness now when you've had everything else in the world that, you know, maybe at one point you thought would make you happy or people think is going to make them happy?
You know what? It is such a beautiful, good question.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry.
No, it is
It's a solid one.
it is so the material world is utterly incapable of providing lasting happiness.
Yeah.
And it's just you have to get to the ends of the things and still be miserable to realize that, right? And you know, there was a thing people talk about rock bottom, and I coined a phrase that there's a corresponding place I call it cliff top.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And rock bottom is when you get to a place where you can't go any lower. It can't be worse. You're in the wasteland and your life can't get any worse, and it's either die or elevate.
Yeah.
There's a corresponding place called cliff top where you wear out everything in the material world. There's nothing else that you can reach for. There's no more sex that's going to be anything but a lateral move. There's no more money. There's, no more success. And it's a abyss. It is an absolute abyss when you realize that there's nothing left in this world to reach for to make you happy. And then it's the same thing. You either die, which is what you see when you see people like kook out after they get money. That's what happens. They realize they get up there, there's nothing else, and they're the same scared little boy or girl that they were when they were broke. And there's a decision you have to make where you have to trust that the universe wasn't created for you to run out of things. Right? And then you realize that the final frontier is getting your inner house in order, right? With no women, with no drugs, with no money, with nothing, can you cultivate a joyful spirit just with you and you? And the undertaking of that work is excruciating. But it's the work that Buddha was talking about. It's the work that Jesus was talking about. It's the work that Muhammad was talking about, that Arjuna was talking about. It's what Job had to suffer.
That's deep. I
What
mean,
do you
even
do?
for us, because we're kind of in entertainment and we're, at what point do you know that, or how do you navigate that? Like, what would your advice
Like,
be?
what do you do? Like, what do you do?
So have a ball. Have a ball.
So get it out of the system first.
Get it out. Like,
You got to get to clip top.
like,
right?
yes, you get the, do everything you want to do, right? Try to make as much money as you want to make, just exhaust the joy of this world. And you're going to have a really, really hard night one night, and you'll be laying there by yourself, and nothing's going to mean anything to you, right? And then you'll have to detox. And then as you detox, you'll start to be able to look at your mind and realize the monsters in your mind, the same monster that made you climb and reach for those things, is the monster that keeps you from being happy, right?
Yeah.
All of that craving, all that scratching, all that clawing, and then you just got to make peace with that dude. And you realize that ecstasy isn't happiness. Peace is happiness. Balanced.
I still got to get it out of my system, so.
Yeah.
I'm still in the ecstasy phase.
Yeah.
Is there no other way
We're
to
still
get
kind
there?
of there.
It's really hard to move away from something that you haven't tasted.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, you know, I really wish everybody could like have all of their material dreams in order to realize that that's not it.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, as sappy as it sounds, like really like loving people is the only thing to do here.
Yeah, sure.
So is that what really makes you happy now?
Yeah, it's like just loving people and being able to connect with people, and you know, we are all you know.
You've been the man forever though. So when did you have that moment?
Man, I had a couple of them, but I tried to double down and triple down.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I really do need to just love people. And I didn't think we was gonna be deep, but
that's what happens when we bring
that's
him
what
in
happened.
here.
Yeah, that's what you do. Yeah.
It feels good though.
Yeah. I think it's like it's important.